Hello, Americans. I'm Paul Harvey. You know what the news is. In a minute, you're going to hear the rest of the story. You realize it takes more muscles to frown than to smile? If you're a clerk in a store making your customers feel better, you feel better. Smiles beget smiles. Sam Walton had such a wonderful, upbeat enthusiasm for life that he inspired all of his associates in Walmart stores to let the sun shine in. He and his associates created a revolution in retailing called Walmart, where the customer is the VIP again, and courtesy is every day again, and prices are in your favor again. If there is not yet a Walmart near where you live, hope that there will be soon, because when it happens, you couldn't have a better neighbor. Now, the rest of the story. Moses Harry Horowitz, age 10, gazed at the gleaming sharp object on the bedroom dresser of his buddy Don McMahon. There had been no plan. Harry, as he preferred to be called, had merely come over to Don's house after school. I have some pictures of prize fighters on the walls of my room, he had told Harry, and Harry had gone to see the pictures of prize fighters, but what had first attracted his attention was the sight of that shiny weapon on the dresser. For the moment he spotted it, Harry decided that he was going to do what he had been summoning the courage to do for many years now. He was going to end it all. The fear, the humiliation, the violence, the misery, he was going to end it all now. So he took one long last look at himself in Don McMahon's bedroom mirror, pondering that contemptible vision that he would never again behold, and with tears streaming his cheeks and hands trembling, he picked up the bright steel scissors with the black handles, closed his eyes, and this is the rest of the story. After 3 sons were born to Jenny and Solomon Horowitz of Bensonhurst, New York, Jenny had hoped the 4th child would be a girl, but what she got instead was Harry. Could that have been why she let the boy's hair grow ever so long and then wound finger curls into it each morning before he went to school? Whatever it meant to Mama, it was a never-ending nightmare for Harry, who spent his school years nefariously nicknamed, fearing bullies, fighting back, generally inconsolable. So when Harry spotted those scissors on Don McMahon's bedroom dresser, he spontaneously decided to end his suffering, and that meant shearing off those terrible, detestable 10-inch tresses, and that is exactly what Harry did. But having done so, what would he ever tell his parents, particularly his mother, who was so delighted in Harry's long black curls? Panicking, the boy ran out of his friend's house and to a nearby barn where he hid until nightfall, and then he edged his way home. And yet, still unable to face his parents, he scrambled under the porch where he cowered for hours, lying there shivering in the dirt in the dark. He could hear voices overhead, his father describing him to police, his mother sobbing. It was 2 a.m. when Dad, following the sound of a muffled cough, took a lighted candle out to the lattice and, pulling it aside, discovered little Harry. And moments later, in his grateful mother's arms, the weary youngster heard the very last thing he had ever expected to hear. "Thank goodness," she said. "Thank goodness," Jenny said, "you cut off those curls. I hadn't the courage myself." For what Harry had done, as no one then could have imagined, was inadvertently to create the soup bowl hairstyle for which the world one day would know and love him. Until this moment, you never knew Moses Harry Horowitz, the little boy who made himself miserable trying to make his mother happy. But you do remember instead the slapstick comic artist with the trademark mop of hair, Mo Howard, the Mo of the Three Stooges. So the original Curly was Mo, in a manner of speaking, now that you know the rest of the story.